Welcome to No Enemies Here, the show where it's always new. It's always new here. We have a few things happening here. Firstly, on this show, we have the Gamer's Closet, Dan Weed. You heard me right? And he's not Canadian either, because of the weed thing. But he must have got, jostled a little bit when he was young. Check out his channel. I always say his channel's a lot of fun. Sometimes we just need to chillax and let go. And watching different things helps us with the main things that we want to do. So that's the Gamer's Closet, Dan Weed. You heard me right. What a wicked name. Once I went to buy some furniture off this guy in Ontario, not far away from here. And, Dan Weed is a pretty wicked name. But this guy's name was Joe Bud. I told him, it's the best name I've ever heard in my life. Joe Bud. Anyways. So, Kilroy's in the house today. We've got, Seek Out and Play Pegasus Bridge. He shot down a video, and I really appreciate all the people shooting down videos, because I want to grow this channel into like a, I hate to say dice tower because that's huge, but I want to, maybe flak tower, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I just finished interviewing a super nice guy, and he has my way of thinking, which is unfortunate for him. But it's Jeremy White, and we had a great time. I'm going to be putting this up, and it should be up already while this is out and uploaded. So check out Jeremy White. You'll be surprised. Not what you think, even better. We're getting a big snowstorm here. What else is going on in my life? In my life, the toilet's still being done. The smoking room is on hold, or the filming room, or whatever, because he's doing the toilet. He's a jack of all trades, this guy, Matt. Nice guy. And I just can't wait till all this stuff is over, because it's a stressor. Can't take a shower. I mean, look at me. Baths. I can't stand baths. Can't stand them. I can't stand them. I don't care. The only bath I like is the steam bath. That's it. And with that, we have a lot of contributors showing their wares this week. And with that said, everybody be nice and have a great show.
Black Jay. Black Jay. Black
On Indie Nidel's fantastic channel, we have the World War II channel, that is. We have 2 videos out this week. Will Stalin liberate or occupy Poland? And also episode 228 is Russians 27 miles from Poland. That is January 7th, 1944. This series, World War II, this is week by week, is wrapping up. So, check it out. On War Stories, 1 video, Cold War Espionage, the secret war between the CIA and the KGB. They don't exist, those societies, or whatever you want to call them. On Simple History, the hideous Habsburg jaw. Yeah. My favorite Frenchy Freddy, Fred Serval, the CSR winner for his Red Flag over Paris, which is incredible history. It's a video called Fire and Stone, Siege of Vienna, 1683. It's a teach and play with Robert Daleski on Homo Ludens. Nepotism, a little bit of nepotism. The Fokker Circus Pipe News. 3 videos this week, man. Guy was busy. Peter Stokeby, Newminster bulk blends, or bulk flakes, I should say. Flakes are my favorite type of tobacco cut. Also, 5 pipe tobaccos discoveries of 2022, in my opinion. You see, top 5. I can do it here. And last but not least, Sixpence by GLPs from the Old London series. One of my preferred tobaccos after a nice steak. The Vampire, that is Mark Felton from Mark Felton Productions. 3 videos this week. World War II bomb found at nuclear power station. Eek, also post-war betrayal of hero allied generals. I gotta watch that one. It's only 10 minutes long. Plus, the Ukrainian Hitler. All this on Mark Felton Productions. Artie of ARDWULF'S Lair is unboxing Days of Decision 3, The War Before the War. And also, we did a everything you wanted to know about war games, but we're afraid to ask. And we had the handsomest David Thompson on, and the handsomest more was Uwe Eichert, who, my mistake, I gave him the link too late. He showed up 5 minutes before the end of the show, and well, everything you want to know about war games, but we're afraid to ask. Next week is at my house, and Uwe will be the guest of honor. Yeah, again, continuing with Artie, because he has a live and a non-live section. A counter-clipping Mark Ruggerio's fundraiser show and war game sale. It has been brought to my attention that Mark Ruggerio and his partner, his wife, are both ill, and they need some help financially for their medical bills. And on this show, episode 106, they sold a lot of their games, and you could get great deals, and I'm sure this is going to keep going on. So I hope and wish Mark Ruggerio and his family all the best. Please be healthy. On Legendary Tactics, 4 videos this week. Terraforming Mars, which I hear is a great game. How to dominate Terraforming Mars, a strategy on that game. Plus, Votes for Women, reboxing a board game about the suffrage. And how to score 278 in Terraforming Mars. These are greedy strategies. And top 10 gateway games, period, on Legendary Tactics. Total War Battles, Anglo-Saxon versus Normans, the Battle of Hastings, 1066. Well, we know how that turned out. On Hissy Cat Studios, Stalingrad, Advance on the Volga, 1942 solo game. I don't know who that's by, but Hissy Cat, check it out. These are the new channels that are featured this week on No Enemies Here. War Game News. Chronicles of Time 5 Wild West Outlaws you have never heard of, Part 2. That means there was a Part 1. So does that mean 10? I don't know. It's confusing. World War II Solitaire Board Game Channel 8 videos, and I would say 2 of them are on a playthrough of B-17 Queen of the Skies, that is episode 24 and 25. 3 videos are on Patton's Best, it's a playthrough, so episodes 41 to 43, plus a channel update and a 20th Air Force / 8th Air Force 2nd Edition Kickstarter preview, plus Winged Boot, an unboxing. Winged Boot, an unboxing. Winged, like Cool Whip, or what do you want? Timmy of Harebrained Games, love the guy. Harebrained Games, top games for 4 to 8-year-olds. Hey, I'm telling you, start them young. Hexes and Soldiers, AJ Toynbee, Jason Cruz, all kinds you want to know. He does one video and it's planes, games, and COVID-19. You know, this COVID-19 has taken up our lives for 2 years. Bloody hell. I'm tired of it. Could you imagine a Black Plague back then? Years, or Spanish flu? Let's not think about that. The gentlemen of the Player's Aid 4 videos. They review the Red Burnous from Hit 'em with a Shoe, plus Essential War Games, a monthly debrief, Season 2, Episode 12 of December 2022, which is gone. And initial impressions of A Most Fearful Sacrifice from Flying Pig Games, designed by Herman Lutman, and Alexander does Europe Central, William T. Volman's from cover to cover. This is a book. They got into books. Who knew they could read? Nanguaya, 8 videos this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Der Weltkrieg. Plus you get to see what he looks like. 3 Division Corps concerning Der Weltkrieg and Old and New Friends. That is it looks like an A&M record, a 33 long play record on Der Weltkrieg map. And Peter and the Hexes. He's crazy. Who isn't? Respect, Jim Ozarski, 3 videos, Crossfire Challenge, OJ versus Andrew, I think we've shown this last week, and the Battle of Quatre Bras for Campaign Waterloo, and the Battle of Calavera for Valor and Fortitude. All this on the Respect channel of Jim Ozarski. ID Jester has, not to be outdone, 12 videos out this week, and I think that's the most I could fit on a screenshot. And my favorite triplets here on the War Room, top 10 favorite games they played in 2022. He has 3 videos on a game called Tledum. It's a solo playthrough. It's by Daniel Tascini and Simone Luciani, and Board and Dice Games. Also, History Maker Golf 1999, it's the Masters, and ID Jester, top 10 board games of 2022. Plus a lot of old baseball stuff. ID Jester. Mo of Mo's Game Table has 2 videos. One of them is called Learn to Play 20 Brothers at War 1862. And Sniper Kill Confirmed from Compass Games. This is a preview. Creature Features, 2 videos. The Doomsday Machine, this is from 1972. Why don't you want to watch that? Plus, Journey to the Center of the Earth. That channel that is called History Hustle. 1 video this week. Did the Dutch provoke the Japanese invasion of the Dutch East Indies. We gotta ask Mark Herman about that. On the Gamer's Closet, X-Wing Miniatures game playthrough. I heard that game was lots of fun. Check it out on Gamer's Closet. Ben Harsh of Harsh Rules, one video, and it's concerning Movement Phase, Part 6 of Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit number 1. You say that while looking at the camera, while trying to be funny. Dave of Centurion's Review has 3 videos out, one of them with his friend Len, Like Lions They Fought review, and finally a medication for war gamers. And Wargame Chat number 65, our favorite World War II tanks. I think he was with Len here. On the Tabletop's Edge, combined World in Flames CE and Days of Decision 3 campaign playthrough number 11, November/December 37 and January/February 38 on the Tabletop's Edge Serious channels. On My Own Worst Enemy, 2 videos, a CSA channel update plus Task Force Carrier Battles in the Pacific, an unboxing. Is that a VUCA simulation game? I don't know, but I like that. I like the artwork. It's very nice.
Hello all, it's snowing here, and Dan wanted me to give a brief update on what's going on at KilRoyWasHere. Well, I started a new piece this week called Sanctuary Sunday, so it's covering non-war game related stuff, so check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, you can sleep in. As for the coverage this week, I covered a lot of air games. It was my air week. Covered Skies Above Britain from GMT, Skyhawk from Legion War Games, and Day of Infamy from Against the Odds magazine. Also, Coffee with Kilroy, there we go, in my pocket, covered timeline books and what they've meant to me over the years, and just kind of a little interesting tidbit there. So anyway, stay warm, be safe, have a good one. Dan needs a video, oh my God. Hey, cup of joe. I don't got time for coffee.
On Combat Board Games, we have one video out, and it's a Mike Lambo game. Who knew? And it's looking at Quest for the Brave by Mike Lambo. Excuse me. This guy's putting out games like there's no tomorrow. Fun stuff. Keep doing it, Mike. On the Blue Tweezer, one video, Syria 10th Mech Division activation. Battle Day in the Golan. This is VG's Flashpoint Golan. Excuse me. And this is a solo playthrough on Blue Tweezers. The one and only STUKAJOE. 2 videos this week, and he is in Spain. So it's the 6 Bayotacon intro plus 6 Bayotacon overview and preparations. Maybe he's not there yet. Maybe he's not there yet. But this seems to be a happening con. For our Spanish viewers, that is. It could be for anybody. Look, everybody speaks English there. But it's in Spain. And who doesn't want to go to Spain? On Charles Latour, we have 4 videos out. It's Mail Call, Schnell Boats, Compass Games. Seriously? Fast boats? Also, the Battle of Prague and Turn 6. In his humble opinion, a very good small game. Plus, how many ogres are needed to kill a dinosaur? And my first ogre tank. Help me pick the paint scheme on Charles Latour. Gamer Hudson, 2 videos. This is Operational Combat Series Blitzkrieg Legend Interlude Fighter Sweep Corrections. And same thing, OCS Blitzkrieg Legend Allied Air Barrage. And it's in 4K. On Tanks Zone, Armored Warfare, Tank Review and Setup Guide. Yeah, I gotta watch this channel. And I gotta watch a lot of these channels. Hexed and Countered, 4 videos. 2 of them are on NATO Air Commander, Playthrough 2 and 3, and Israeli Air Force Leader, 2 videos on that, Playthrough 1 and 2. This is a game by DVG, and if I'm not mistaken, it is by Kevin DVG. Kevin Verson, for God's sake. Hey, it happens. On LBW Strategy Gaming, 1 video out, and it's on the Civil War Brigade Series Battle of 7 Pines, number 3, after action report. And Stigler was going to be happy because it's on Vassal. The Nerd Workshop, 2 videos out, a beginning guide to wargamers. What you need to have fun. Plus Avalon Hill, the game of France 1940, a look inside the box. So box opening and first impression. On Cataclysm Now, 1 video, and it's Why I Acquired Task Force by VUCA Simulations. See, before I was asking if it was VUCA, and by the artwork, that's what tipped me off. Everything ASL Tikanis on George Hiotis' channel. Advanced Squad Leader. Shokos 79 After Action Report. Or Saukos. Or Sauchos. Help me, please. George Hiotis. The Dusted Game Shelf, 2 videos out. Making Things Thick for Starfire. Alright. And Horrible Halflings by Mantic. I don't know, looks pretty cool to me. On the Dusted Game Shelf. U-Boaters 658, 4 videos. 2 of which are on SPI's Battle for Ardennes. It's Clairvaux US Turn 5 and Clairvaux US Turn 4 Corrected. You know, STUKAJOE does that too. They do the correction videos, and you know what? If you want to learn how to play the game, you gotta learn how to play the game. Also, War Game Design Studios Demo Game Review. And Traveler Companion Episode 16. First Contact. Resolved. Looks like a Borg ship. Zilla Blitz is slacking off with 2 videos this week. Malta by Air gameplay. This is Song for War, Mediterranean theater gameplay. Excuse me. Plus, La Primogenita unboxing. Legion War Games. War Game Historical Game by King Kanger. It's funny, I forget who, but it was a commenter on everything you wanted to know about war games, but we're afraid to ask. Asked me, how do you pronounce that? And it's Primogenita. La Primogenita. Or, it's La Primogenita? No, Primogenita. Thank you. Zilla Blitz! En Juste Garde. 2 videos out. Favorite games of 2022. And The Shelf of Shame. We all have that. Unplayed games of 2022. I just don't have a shelf of shame. I have a room of shame. Dave's Gaming Cave. 3 videos out. Spruance Leader sub expansion target number 1, 2, and 3. They're preparing for the naval assault on Dave's Gaming Cave. 6 Actual is looking at carrier battles in 4K, and it's a task force unboxing in 4K. I don't want to switch to 4K. Do you know why? Because I can't. Diagonal Move, 2 videos out. One is on Flashpoint, South China Sea, GMT game component overview. And Salerno 43, a 7-inch game playthrough, turn 5. All this on Diagonal Move this week. The Board Game Chronicles, 2 videos out. Storage solution for GMT's Charioteer. Designed by Matt Culkin, and I interviewed Matt Culkin, another good guy. But he's a good guy. You know, Jerry White, and Matt Culkin's good guys. And also a first look at Normandy 44 at Mark Simonich. Mark Simonich, the guy, he's a legend. Kings and Generals, that wonderful channel, 4 videos this week. How Ukraine changed the power balance in the Black Sea. Plus, Imjin War. Not like Imjin. I'm not saying Indian, like derogatorily. It's Imjin War. Japanese invasion of Korea, 1592 to 1598. Oh! It's in 4K. Plus Galloping Horse and Seahorse. A Pacific War documentary. And December Stalemate, Russian invasion of the Ukraine. This is the Russian invasion of 2022. Yeah. We're still in, the people are still invading countries. Don't you love it? On Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials, 3 videos on Command and Colors Ancients. And they're doing 617 Piraeus. I'm sure I said that right. Plus Combat Commander Resistance, Scenario 67, The Orient Express, La Résistance, and Combat Commander Normandy Campaign, Scenario 56, Game number 1. Hex to Hex, 2 videos out, A Fearful Slaughter, LOB, Part 2? What's LOB? Someone tell me what LOB is. And Second Battle of Kharkov, the finale, before and after Fall Blau. I love saying that, Blau. Say it. Say it with me. Blau. Could you believe you actually said that?
everybody, Douglas Weed here of the Gamer's Closet, and a couple things. First, I wanted to say thank you to Dan.
And I'm Grant.
Dan reached out to me several weeks ago and started talking to me about his channel and what he was looking for, contributors, people that wanted to donate their time and effort into his channel, which when I checked out his channel, I thought was a great thing. I became a subscriber and have been watching it every week since. I do want to thank him for bringing up my humble little channel, which I think is a amazing thing, especially with the amount of wargaming that's going on in the world, and you know, he chooses to take a few seconds to see what I'm doing. So I think that's great, and I wanted to say thank you. Second, if you don't know me, again, I run the Gamer's Closet channel on YouTube. I have a footprint on other social media, Instagram, TikTok, where I do some of the material that's on the channel. I do release there as well. But what's on my channel? So I do a review and how to play series where I review and go over how to play a lot of older board games. Some of these games are from the 70s, 60s. I got some stuff on there from the 40s, 30s. And the reason why I did that was after going to many, many game conventions out here in California over the years, people would come to conventions and have games that they found in their parents' game cabinet, in their closet, in their garage, their grandparents' attic. They didn't know how to play them because the rules were lost. So I got tired of that. So I wanted to do something proactive, and so I bring up older board games. Like for example, I have the $6 Million Man board game, Fireball Island from the 80s, Easy Money from the 30s. I've got a lot of Milton Bradley, Parker Brothers, Avalon Hill stuff, and I want to make sure that someone can go and just pick up a game. If they don't have the rules, they can go and check out my channel, and I go over every rule on it. Sometimes I cover variants or additional ways to play things, and it's just my way of trying to give back to a issue that's come up over the years. The second part of that is I grew up with gaming. My dad was very into Avalon Hill, but he wanted to kind of push me in that direction. I played a lot of Stratego as a kid with my dad. Played Clue with my mom. A lot of the standard base games. But my dad had a lot of those little green army men, and we used to have military campaigns on our dining room table, which involved grease pens for water and bridges and things like that. And we would measure out and have combat battles between tan and green army men. Years later, my brother and I got into military campaigns of the Civil War that we'd set up with 1/72 scale Civil War soldiers and wood fences we made out of toothpicks. We made giant Fort Apache forts with Elmer's glue and toothpicks, used margarine containers and aluminum foil and toothpicks and parts of toilet paper rolls where we made ironclads. To the detriment of my mom, who hated a lot of it because we generally make a mess, and stepping on toothpicks is not a fun thing. But it helped me propel further into the gaming world, and that's what my hobby is, my passion is. I enjoy it. I'm always happy to talk about gaming when and wherever possible. My wife is not always appreciative of how much I talk about gaming, but it's kind of my passion. So that's who I am. A couple things I have going on this week. I have a sit-down playthrough with the tabletop miniatures game X-Wing with my buddy Glenn, where he plays 3 X-Wings versus the 3 TIE fighters that I'm playing with, and we have a small dogfight skirmish using Fantasy Flight's X-Wing miniatures game. So look forward to that. And I'm also, especially since Dan has a passion for wargaming, I dug out something that I picked up at a gaming convention several years ago, and I have yet to open it because I just hadn't found a reason to open it yet. But because of what material he presents on his channel, I figured this would be a great opportunity. So this week coming is Band of Brothers Ghost Panzer from Worthington Games. I'm going to be doing an unboxing video on this, so please keep a lookout for that. I generally review and how to play games that is generally release on Sundays. I am currently working on next seasons, which I generally air those between March through December. And I still have one that I have to finish due to my power outages that I wanted to release. I also have a series of banned board games where I talk about board games that were banned for whatever reason or removed from the marketplace due to safety or issues from political organizations or copyright infringements, things like that. So I do talk about banned board games. Generally, those drop out on Wednesdays. My playthroughs, where my friends get together and we actually have a playthrough of one of the games that we have, those drop out on Mondays. And then I drop unboxing videos out on Tuesdays. So please keep a lookout for that. And again, I wanted to thank Dan for everything he does, and I think he does a great job. And like I said, when I end up all my videos, please have a great gaming day.
I'm back. It's another day for me. Same day for you. But I'm back. And here we go. Wojennik TV has 2 videos for our Polish friends. Something about 2022 and 9/19/11, an unboxing. These are 2 videos in Polish, as this is an international channel. KilRoyWasHere. That KilRoy guy has 8 videos. He's doing Twilight Struggle Red Sea, conflicts in the Horn of Africa, plus Coffee with KilRoy, my favorite segment, Coral Sea, Solitaire by Worthington Publishing, Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturdays, Commonauts by Plaid Hat Games, or Plaid Hat Games, but it's plaid, but spelled plaid. Excuse me, this is a re-unboxing. I don't know what the hell that means. How can you re-unbox something, Bobby? Anyways, Sanctuary Sunday, Heading Forward by HOLLANDSPIELE. Also, Sanctuary Sunday, Dominant Species, a game by the late Chad Jensen. And Unboxing Skies Above Britain, a game by Jerry White, whom I just interviewed, and I should be putting up it soon. I said it was going to be up, but, life. Also, Skyhawk, Rolling Thunder 1966 by Legion Wargames, an unboxing. And Coffee with KilRoy, Timeline Books. All this on KilRoyWasHere. On the big board, 2 videos, September 1862, Who is Zooming Who? History notes. Also, Pratzen edition, Austerstad. And the man who goes by the name of Jeff has 3 videos. 2 of them are on Frosthaven. It's a playthrough, scenario number 2. And then he plays ISS Vanguard, campaign complete, final thoughts. The entertainment is just unbelievable. Dad versus Son, 2 videos out. He's slacking off. Part 603 and Part 604, Mission 19, an attack, and it's about Dad's delinquents. I was one of Dad's delinquents, but he knocked me off. That is Combat Volume 2, a game published by Compass Games. Excuse me. That fuzzy guy, Rough Swordsman Wargamer, Open the Book segment, Historic Wings, Tally-ho! Look through an overview of that game, plus Not a War Game Wednesday, Open a Box, Eldritch Horror, an unboxing. I've been wanting to play that game for years, and nobody else in my vicinity wants to, so yeah. Little Wars TV has Valor and Fortitude Rule Review. This is a game by, I don't know, and that's why you come here to get your news. Lock and Load Publishing, David Heath and Devin Heinel, the OG, the original Grognard. Breaking news from Lock and Load Publishing. This is a January 9th edition of their, what do they call it? It's news. 2023. Check it out, Lock and Load. Jan Heinemann, Display history has 12 videos. And 1, 2, 3 are on Vampire. And Flashpoint Campaign Southern Storm, 1, 2, 3, 4 videos of that. And that obscure name, Suzerain. Or Suzerain. Or Suzerain. Or Zerain. Someone help me. Plus Tales of Iron, 2 videos on that. All this on Let's Play History. The Hugh Hefner of War Games. Wardy Roleplays World War II. 2023 goals updated. Number 1, not much progress. At least he's forthcoming. Battle Above the Clouds, an unboxing. Big bucks. Riccardo Mazzini, 4 videos. 4 videos, Warlog videos, and all of them are on Skies Above Britain by Jerry White, and 3 of them are in Italian, and he does a wrap-up of all those 3 for our English listeners because he's a mensch. Riccardo, sei incredibile. Look who's back! Tim Korchnoi! Bare Bones Wargaming! No this, no that, just bare bones. Bare Bones Wargaming is doing an unboxing Task Force, Carrier Battles in the Pacific by VUCA Simulations. Also, Bare Bones is doing Best and Worst New to Me for 2022, a brief look at most of the blah 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 war games that he bought. Hey, look, it's fun. Mauro Farina! Continuing for our Italian listeners, 4 episodes on Il Giannizzero Nero. 2 of them, one of them is on the Russian campaign, the old Russian campaign. I think this is one from Avalon Hill, if I'm not mistaken. Then he talks about Great Battles of Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition, goes back to Nagashino, how to play it, and the Battle of Sengoku Jidai, how to play that. For our Italian listeners, Cody of the Discriminating Gamer has 2 videos out, his top 10 of 18th century games of January 2023, plus Starship Captains. Looks silly. Silly fun. The Minister, that is, Joel Toppin, is doing a Battalion Combat Series, an MMP game, Last Blitzkrieg, Lightning War, on Joel Toppin. The man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, has 4 videos out, Strange New Worlds, an intro, parts 1, 2, and 3. The Chief of Bonding with Board Games and RPGs, 2 videos out, he's unboxing Coriolis, plus expansion books, and episode 6 of Blade Runner, the RPG by Griffith Observatory. I'm probably wrong, he's probably at the Griffith Observatory. Griffith. You probably thought it with Lithbin. GIMPY of the Gimpy Gamer has 2 videos out. Heroescape Playthrough Part 1 and Flashpoint Campaign Southern Storm Intermediate Tutorial. And here, I'm gonna go on. I'm wearing my special Spitfire hat. I think I'm riding a Spitfire here. And it's Poindexter Games with his, how should I say, playthrough of Skies Above Britain. And he sent me an email, and I must narrate this. This is what's happening in part of this video. So he writes to me, to Pilot Officer Pancaldi, the Combat Diary. Lively day on my 2nd patrol. I'm taking all this down. So, this is what happened. Took off and burned a good amount of petrol, racing to the Hun formation spotted over the channel. Flak over coast caught our attention. changed course and finally spotted them in the clear skies as they made a turn towards us. Stukas! The Hun escort 109s was weak, so we climbed and plowed into the Stukas on their left flank from out of the sun. Tally-ho, boys. Knocked the formation around pretty good on the first pass. I knocked out a Stuka gunner on the first pass. A couple of chaps got lost in the fracas, but we sped and reformed. Good boys. Flight leader Mengel and I, along with another bloke, formed up on the rear of the formation. I went after a chap whose gunner I knocked out. Tail guns firing all over. These Jerrys were clearly not having it. I dropped behind my Stuka and let loose. Emptied my guns and got some strikes on the bomber engine. Thick black smoke poured out and he fell away. A moment later, a shoe popped out. I gave him the old "Way Parando." I got one. I saw Mengel get some good strikes on the Hun, but he couldn't bring him down. Before we broke off for home, Mengel was jumped by a flight of 109s, but he gave them the slip and landed okay. Good guy. Our squadron shot down 5 total. We lost one of our new pilots in the channel. A great pity. These fresh-faced blokes dying so soon. We all feared drowning in the channel more than the 109s. Overall, a good day. Gonna light my pipe and smoke one for the chaps. Pilot Officer Pancaldi, signing off. You see the narrative that this guy's doing here? Huh? Poindexter, go watch his channel, for God's sakes, people. No. And with that said, I'm gonna cue up the music and say, another week, another show. Watch my Jerry White interview. We got along like old acquaintances. You know what I mean? Familiarity in brain power. ADD, I'm talking about. And that's a superpower. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Please donate to this channel. $5 a month. I give you the news that you want to hear. I love doing it. I hope you love watching it. What else is going on to clear out this show? You know what? I'm gonna end this soon. I'm gonna go watch Poindexter's Skies Above Britain, and I'm gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna mention this to Jerry White. I don't know if he's watching this, but he knows my channel, so I don't know if he just watches it because, you know, I'm a character. But maybe he watches the other channels. Who knows? The guy, I had a hard time. Actually, I didn't have a hard time getting him. It was Matt Culkin. That guy was hard to get. We had a good time to watch that interview that I did with Matt Culkin, and we had a good time. It was great. He actually had a good time too. The next interview I plan on having is Marc Rodrigue, and I'm gonna have to get in touch with him. I'll let the holidays pass, and Jeff Horger, and probably Carla Horger. Wicked wargamers, but famed for their Grand Prix, that stock car racing. What's it called? For God's sakes, man. I forget. And Apocalypse Road. What's it called? The NASCAR one. Nah. Anyways, that's going to be a fun interview. The guy looks like, he likes to smoke a pipe. Maybe his wife does too. That would be great. Hey, it's the weekend. Be nice. I'm gonna do my best to put up Jerry's interview tonight. If I don't put it up tonight, It'll be done by tomorrow. I've got weird work hours from 10 to 7 at night. So as of this recording, it is 7:16. So I just got back from work. I've got dishpan hair. And I could tell you some stories about work, but what can I say? I'm going to keep him for when... Well, you know what? Let me tell you a story. So, after serving the people, it's my job to clean up after them and do the dishes. So the people taking care of the residents in palliative care are feeding them if they need to be fed. And there's a COVID outbreak on the 3rd floor. Fortunately, I'm on the 1st floor and I only work up to the 2nd floor. But I gotta make an entrance to the 3rd floor once in a while. So, there's all this Kleenex lying around in the trays where they picked up the dishes and the food and all that. And it's half-eaten food, not eaten food. These people are not well. And so when I'm taking down the dishes... quickly, because, you gotta move quick. You don't want to stay there all the bloody time. You gotta move quick, so you pick up, you pick up a spoon, and you're breathing, right? And I'm breathing like, and I pick up a spoon, and it splashes right in my mouth, whatever was in that. Not the spoon, but the food that was on the spoon got in my mouth. I'm gonna gag now. Thinking about it. So, I don't know, I took some soapy water. Look, it's soapy water, I ate a lot of soap when I was young for having bad language, so it brought back memories. I soaped out my mouth. What do you want? That's the story. And I'm sticking to it. Be nice. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.